So this is breaking news from Tuesday, 30th of September 2025. From the Irish Independent, the mainstream brainwashing news. It says, man charged with false imprisonment and endangerment of woman in Kerry. So a man has been charged with the false imprisonment and endangerment of a young woman in Kerry. Mr. Hassan, 21 years old from Bangladesh, appeared before District Court in relation to 4 charges arising out of alleged incident in North Kerry in the early hours of last Sunday morning, September 28th. So that was literally a couple of days ago. Hassan, who is married with 2 young children, faces a total of 4 charges. These include false imprisonment, endangerment, dangerous driving, and theft. Jesus, this is crazy. Hassan was brought before CDC as there was no district court sitting in Kerry. So there's not even a court process in Kerry now. So Kerry's lawless, apparently. Judge Mary Dorgan was told that while Hassan speaks reasonable English, an Urdu interpreter was required in court. The endangerment charge related to Hassan operating his vehicle in the knowledge that front passenger door was open and his passenger was hanging out the vehicle as it merged onto a main road. Whoa! Crazy stuff. This is like Grand Theft Auto server. Hassan is also charged with false imprisonment of the young woman. A theft charge relates to a mobile phone. So he stole her phone, he locked her in the car, and then he tried to kill her basically driving with the door open on the main road. This is like some Eminem Grand Theft Auto crazy. All 4 charges happened in Kerry, September 28th. Detective Sergeant Shane O'Driscoll told the court that he was arrested for the purpose at 7 o'clock on a Monday evening. Judge told him the charges were formally put to Hassan after he was cautioned. He replied no. Defense solicitor Brendan Hearn informed the court that there would be no bail application before District Court. There would be a full bail application that would be made at Listowel District Court on Thursday, October 2nd. Judge Dorgan was told that an independent surety would be available for bail on that occasion. This is crazy. So obviously this is just breaking news from literally 10 minutes ago. Detectives said the young name of the woman involved will not be published. So maybe she was underage, we don't know. So Judge Dorgan granted both applicants the directive that nothing to be published which might identify the young woman in a matter of the address of the defendant. Hassan, who wearing in court black sweater and pants, did not speak during the brief hearing. Crazy stuff, guys. That's insane. So like I said, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, you know, we're importing this crime from God knows where these people are coming from. It's just lawlessness, craziness on the streets of Galway, Cork, Dublin, Limerick, Kerry. People ask me from time to time, Chris, why do you only report on foreign crime? And I just simply tell them, I don't. I report on white Irish crime also, but it seems like on X, the only crime that I'm seeing is this sort of imported crime. So this is a video here. It says new to the parish from Crime Call. This is an RTE show, CCTV footage, closed circuit, television footage showing the criminals that are lurking around every corner in the Republic of Ireland.
Heading to Harcourt Street in Dublin to look at a case of assault from last year. Now here we see our male suspect in a dark coat making his way up the street. He walks through a group of people and stops to interact with them. Now as some of the group move on, the victim comes over and an altercation takes place between him and the suspect. The suspect chases the victim out onto the street and punches them, knocking them over and onto the ground. Now the altercation is broken up and our suspect walks off down Harcourt Street.
Quite clear pictures of the suspect there, Greg.
Yeah, they are. He's probably in his early 20s. He's about 5'9" in height with a medium build. He was wearing a dark jacket and light blue jeans.
Thanks.
Looks like he tried to hit on this guy's girlfriend and the guy got pissed off, so then he laid him out, flat backed him.
Greg, we'll be back with you a little bit later on.
Yeah.
So if you can't help with any of the...
This clip takes us to Dunleer in County Louth to look at a theft investigation from a pharmacy. Now there are 2 suspects we want to identify, seen here in the black jackets, making their way into the pharmacy. Now the Roman or Bulgarian gypsy or Albanian. Man and woman walk down the aisles and stop at a stand where the woman proceeds to take cosmetics and place them inside her jacket. In another part of the shop, we see the man do something similar, take items and place them inside his coat. They then both close their jackets and leave the shop without paying, taking about €1,000 worth of items.
Quite clear.
Pickpocket, 1,000 euro, you know Roma gypsy. Oh, dirty Roma gypsy, don't be stealing, okay? This is the imported crime now. Great, robbery. That's great.
Images of the two people there, Greg.
Yeah, they are. Now we'll take a look at the male suspect first. Believed to be about 6 foot tall, with a medium build. He has a dark beard and was wearing a black baseball cap, along with a knee-length black jacket and dark trousers.
A knee-length black jacket. You know what that means? He's probably a flasher as well.
A shop in the North Circular Road in Dublin just last month. One suspect involved with this, and he can be seen here in the dark jacket and baseball hat as he enters the shop. Now he makes his way behind the counter and threatens a worker with a metal weapon. After a short time, unable to access the tills, the suspect leaves without anything and heads off in the direction of Grange Gorman.
What description do you have of the man?
Well, he's believed to be middle-aged with grey hair and greying facial hair. He's wearing a dark jacket and baseball hat, as well as carrying a camouflage backpack.
So that last guy seemed to be Irish. So we have a black dude, we have a Eastern European dude, and we have an Irish guy. That's now the crime-ridden streets of Ireland. I mean, it's just unreal, guys. We have so many different people in this country. Lord knows from where. The crime is just going through the roof, and people will also come to Ireland, and then on top of it, they will not basically stay here, so they won't be prosecuted. A lot of people come here for tourism or whatever, and then they just bounce. So then, you know, there won't be any punishment to their crimes, basically. And we need to punish people for crime in this country. If we don't do anything else, you know, everything else we can debate, but punishment for crime has to be locked in 100%. Next video we have here is from Reform England. It says, single mum works 2 jobs while illegal migrant lives next door. Scot-free. They have the life of Riley. They're having a beautiful life, you know, amazing life. And then, of course, the single mum is working 3 different jobs to pay for these immigrants. I mean, it's just crazy shit, guys. Who the hell agrees with this? Nobody agrees with this shit.
An era in which a single mum works 2 jobs and struggles to find the money for rent. Yet an illegal migrant who arrives on our beaches uninvited is put up in the house next door at her expense.
Legitimately disgusting. I mean, that's literally how it is now. It's like basically the native people to the country, and that's people with passports, you know, that's people with passports in the UK, work hard, pay taxes, do really well by their country, they're safe, law-abiding citizens, and then somebody just turns up to their shores on a boat or a plane like a damn invader, and then they get put up in a 5-star accommodation. They get back massages from deep tissue massage therapists. They get all this luxury and treatment. It's just unbelievable. Like, how the hell does that happen? 5-star accommodation, Gordon Ramsay meals. Come on, lads. It's ridiculous. So a lot of people are talking about the digital ID in the UK, and that eventually will come to Ireland. But also what's coming to Ireland is this, Chinese 15-minute cities. Okay, so basically what they are open-air prisons. Residents need to scan a QR code and take a facial scan to leave and come back into their apartment complex. Okay, if any of your passports expire or anything, you're not allowed to leave and go home. This is what's coming to Ireland. CDBCs, just horror show coming to the country. So you can see them here, literally entering and leaving their 15-minute cities. I mean, terrible. This is terrifying stuff, you know. The mark of the beast, guys. The digital ID is the mark of the beast. The digital ID is basically what's going to separate people. If you agree with the digital ID, basically a cucked individual. You are cooked, you're cucked, and you hate the UK, you hate Ireland, and I'm never going to take any digital ID. I'll just put it to you that way. You know, 5 years ago, I was tricked into doing stuff. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But of course, nowadays we know what the hell is going on, and I will be not falling for any of that bullshit anymore. They can take their digital ID and put it where the sun doesn't shine, because I'm not flipping taking no digital ID. They can all go to hell. So a couple of crazy news stories today as well coming out. It says just 10 minutes ago, a taxi and a bus crash in Dublin City. I'll show you here. Crazy stuff, you know, the fire brigade showed up, but also a day before, Dublin bus crashed with a fire truck. So Dublin buses, I'm not sure who they're being driven by, but look at this as well. The Dublin bus was crashed, a fire truck actually crashed into Dublin bus. Now we've seen Dublin bus in 2 separate crashes in the last couple of days. Who the hell is driving Dublin bus? Can you guys tell me? Is it incompetent people that they brought in from abroad? Is it unqualified people from Ireland? Who is driving Dublin bus? Because it is absolutely crazy now that a fire truck would crash into a bus. Unbelievable, guys. Massive collisions all around the city. Taxis, buses, fire trucks. It's just getting worse. Lastly, we have Declan Ganley and Eddie Hobbs, the two based patriot legends of Ireland, telling us to spoil our vote. Okay, you should absolutely spoil your vote. You should definitely write Maria Steen on top of your voting card. When you go to the voting station, definitely do not vote for any of those three that are in public. They're just terrible. They're the worst candidates ever.
The political establishment would be quick to say spoiling your vote and not a democratic process. How would you respond to that?
They're liars. They're absolutely a bunch of liars.
Yep.
When they say that it is in any way there is nothing, it is profoundly democratic to go out and express your democratic rejection of this cartel, of this rigging. Why do I call it a cartel? Because we used to have two fine, noble political parties in our country, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. Those parties are gone. They're pretending to exist, but they are brands of a uniparty, of a single party that doesn't have a name.
100%. You know, I think that voting for any of these, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Sinn Féin, any of these political parties who are backing the candidates, even you see Sinn Féin, all these left-wing candidates backing Catherine Connery. Like, no people should be backing anybody. It should be an independent, completely independent. I don't know why the hell they're taking an establishment person. It's disgusting, guys. It's absolutely disgusting. Not vote for any of those three cowards that we have in public. So let me know your thoughts. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. We have 30 members now for just €3 a month. Can help push back against the woke, liberal, mainstream media that is in Ireland and abroad. And I'll see you guys all in the next one, man. Peace.